Hello everyone and welcome to Zoo Crafting! I am Zookeeper Seri and we are here in Zoodesia Zoo getting ready for the very first episode of Season 3! Season 3, moving into the third year, we have been doing zoo crafting. This is so exciting. It's a monumental day and there's so much to show you guys. So for those of you who are new to our world and you are just popping in to see what's going on for the first time at the beginning of a new season, just to let you know, we are here on the amazing Zoo Crafting server, which has many awesome members that you can see down in the video description below, and we are here getting ready to build our zoo. So, Zoodesia Zoo, just so you guys know, is a zoo in progress. What you're about to see on our zoo tour that we are about to do is not the completed zoo, but the constant progress that we've been adding to our zoo. All sorts of amazing exhibits, all sorts of unique mods, over 130 different mods in play, and more to come. Some secret things coming up pretty soon too. Also, I will explain the adorable bunny behind me in just a moment. But yes, zoo crafting and the goal of Zoodesia is to be able to add in creatures from all of the different animal mods in Minecraft and be able to give them beautiful exhibits here in our Zoodesia Zoo. We also really strive, because I love biology and was a biology major in university, to be able to teach you guys about the many awesome creatures that we share a planet with in real life, as well as some of the amazing made-up creatures that appear in Minecraftia, such as the zombies and skeleton horses and skeleton cats and all sorts of amazing things like that. The pixies, all of the fun things, all of the spooky things, all of the real things, and a lot of the prehistoric things with dinosaurs and prehistoric birds and other prehistoric creatures. Basically, there's going to be dozens and dozens of exhibits. There's going to be restaurants, there's going to be cafes, there's going to be little inns to stay at, there's going to be interactive exhibits. We have ways using the amazing custom NPC mod to make it so that you can actually interact with the different zookeepers and earn zookeeper experience points that you can then trade in for a paycheck, and you can shop at the different shops in our world. And basically, it's amazing. So if you guys want to learn more about zoo crafting and everything that has led up to this point, please be sure to check out Season 1 and 2 of Zoo Crafting, the series, because as a daily series, we have been running for 2 years now. 2 years. Moving into our third year. It's amazing. And there have been so many awesome adventures, so many amazing facts about the world we have talked about, and now, of course, it's going to rain on me. Really? Well, that's okay. That's okay, because you know what, Lily? I remember the first episode of Season 1, and I was trying to do my little intro then, and you got attacked by a bear. Yes, that was a pretty intense moment. And then later at the end of the episode, Lily, my beautiful dog Lily girl here, cloned herself, and we ended up with her brother Tate, because my dogs clone themselves pretty regularly. That happened again in Season 2, and now I have 8 dogs. But we'll go look at my house in just a minute. We are going to start down here in the entrance to my zoo, and it may not be much to look at right now, just a beautiful tree and a canopy of a tree that wraps around this gorgeous sign that was made for us by my friend Pavo, who works here in Zoo Crafting as well, so you can find a link to his channel in the video description. He is also the mod author of the Exotic Birds mod, which is one of my absolute favorite mods, and we'll be checking out all of his stuff soon too. Lily girl, are you leading us to some of his things already? But yes, so today, my friends, is going to be kind of a zoo tour. We did a zoo tour very recently in the 200th episode of Season 2, but just in case you're tuning in with us for the first time, or just in case you want to see all of the awesomeness we've already done, we're going to tour the zoo again, Lily. And don't worry, Lily, I have brought food. There is a doggy shop, a 2-paw doggy bakery that actually sells custom dog food, and that is what I have here: duck, sweet potato, and cranberry for my loyal canine companions from the Doggy Talents mod to follow me. They're also pack doggies, so that means that they have a lot of things in their pack. And that reminds me, we do all sorts of side quests with oh look, Tate's a fisher dog too, and it looks like he just fished a fish from the rain. Tate, that is pretty darn impressive. But we do all sorts of side quests. So just so you guys know, we not only have a daily series, that's right, an episode of Zoo Crafting every day, but we do side quests where we do like specialty things, like bathe all the dogs and see what's hiding inside of their packs because they pick up things randomly during our travels, or go shopping in the different areas, or just like work in our garden, or work with the hundreds of different recipes that we have. It's really awesome stuff. So side quests will show up. We even have 2 side series, one all about dinosaurs and one all about farming, that are going to be branching off in the same world as the Zoo Crafting server, but be something completely unique coming up pretty soon too. So, alright, let's see. Alright. I need to go ahead and we are going to come over. Rihanna, Lily, and Lily is trying to show us some of the very first exhibits. So we're going to take a peek at these exhibits because they are some of the most completed ones we have done so far. And then we will loop back around and we will check out the other completed exhibits we've done. And I'll even show you guys my house. And we're going to do it kind of quickly, not in as much detail as like our 200 episode zoo tour, because that took 2 hours, Lily. So if you guys want to see that, please go ahead and check it out. I'll try to leave a link in the video description down below. And let's get started on this beautiful rainy afternoon. So this is one of the first exhibits that you will see at the Zoocrafting Zoo. You can pop out here at Zoodesia Zoo. This is a teleporter bunny, by the way. So all of our entire world with all of the different people's homes are hooked up on this teleporter bunny. And you can jump on this teleporter and basically go anywhere in the world that is also hooked up to a teleporter. All sorts of awesome houses, all sorts of specialty places to go and investigate, all sorts of like little community farms. It's amazing. People here are amazing. You should definitely go check out some of their work too. And if you come walk over here, then this is the interactive exhibit. So this is an interactive bird tree where we have some of our tamed parrots, Bindi, Scarlet, and Irwin, who you can come over and you can actually talk with. And they're currently in the process of learning how to speak, so they don't really understand what you want from them right now, but they're learning how to speak because Rhiannon and Goo here, I always get his name wrong because it's very difficult for me to pronounce, will actually tell you a lot of real-life facts about macaws. Like most macaws nest in the holes of trees or earthen banks on the sides of cliffs. Or when macaws find their mate, they form a strong pair bond. They even fly next to each other when the flock flies. So all sorts of cool facts. That's really what our NPCs are in this world for, so that you can interact with them. You can learn lots of all sorts of fun facts about the real world animals that these macaws represent. They're beautiful as usual. Oh, and that reminds me. And we even have, with Pavo's amazing mod, the Encyclopedia of Birds, which we can open up and we can actually dig through it to find birds that we've discovered already and to read up about the different macaws and what they are like. And some of the names, like Pavo knows this, he's going to switch it around. But read up about the different types of parrots, different types of like species that each one represents. It's so much fun. Oh, I love it. I love this Encyclopedia of Birds. One of the things we're going to have to do this season is definitely fill that out. And then all throughout our zoo, you're going to find all sorts. Tate is probably like, oh, he's collected another fish for me. Good boy. I'm so proud of him. But you're going to find all sorts of like little hidden things that you can gain zookeeper experience points from, like this fruit basket. This fruit basket is down here, and if you come and interact with the fruit basket, then you can actually give the fruit basket different pieces of fruit, like the apples or the grapes or the strawberries. Not my chocolate covered strawberries though. Those are my snack. You can give it pineapple, blueberries, bananas, pears, walnuts, or pecans, and you can get zookeeper experience points. What do you do with zookeeper experience points? In the future, we will have places where you can exchange those experience points for specialty items, custom items, or you could exchange it just for a paycheck and then turn it into coins that you can spend throughout the entire world with the economy that we're setting up for the whole world. So there's that. We have beautiful statues. This is a peafowl statue of a peacock, a peahen, and 2 little peafowl babies that are going to be scattered all around. But this area is definitely the most complete zone of the zoo so far. And our big goal for season 2 is to bring the zoo to life with all sorts of new NPCs, new guests roaming around, new animal little exhibit areas that really just fill the place up with life, Tate. But also to put in these kinds of details over the entire zoo, because this is like nice and tidy and it's so pretty. And down here we have a gorgeous garden. In season 1, people would actually like donate $1 or donate a little bit to have a tree planted or a NPC added in when I was living out of my car for a brief time. So that was really dramatic. And I am in the process of adding back in all of those trees once again. And you can read like who planted it. Haley planted the gentle flowering oak tree. And so you're going to see a lot of those trees and a lot of those internships is what we called them when somebody would donate and get an NPC added back in, because we lost our second world and we are here in our third world, and I'm going to make sure all of those NPCs and trees come back. So it's going to be a big project, and you're going to see all sorts of custom built items like this beautiful bench that our friend Ben helped us make. And these are actually light sources. These are my little mushroom light sources. We've got those and we've got these light sources. They actually have glowstone hidden inside of them, so that they will act as light sources for the entire area, which is really nice. And just beautiful plants. We have so many different plant mods installed, including Plant Mega Pack, Oh my gosh, and I love the cherry blossoms. We have the better foliage mod in so that we can actually like look at the beautiful flower or like leaves falling. I guess they're flowers if they're from a cherry blossom tree. And this one was actually planted by Ethan, who is also an intern over in our... Oh, he should be moved by now. He needs to be moved already to the Australian... Or not the Australian, but to the autumn aviary. So we're going to move him over there. But that is his tree right there. So many things. Tasman, who planted the Sweet Bites cherry tree. Yeah, there's lots and lots of amazing things. We can actually take these cherries, in case you guys don't know, and we can cook them and make them into amazing things like fondue. We can make chocolate cherries, or we can make holiday cake or banana splits, and we do a lot of cooking. One of our side quests is called the Zoo Kitchen series, where we just do a bunch of cooking, so that's awesome. But alright, let's get a move on. It's a rainy day, and I have so many things to show you guys. I'm going to try to be quick about it. There's a bunch of signs you're going to see everywhere as the season goes on, and those are places where we are hopefully going to be installing all sorts of new exhibits all over the place. Fruit stands, places to buy food, places to get out of the rain, places to get a good night's sleep if it's night, all sorts of things like that. This is the Jade Bridge, which I still need to finish up. It actually has jade put down on it, and I still need to finish tidying it up. And then, oh, that's a snake. So this is a snake. It's a harmless type, though, so we're just going to leave it alone. The papaya orchard, which we can gather up papayas from here to either cook for ourselves or trade to the NPCs who take care of the peafowl over in the peafowl gardens that we'll look at in a second. There's mushroom. We have a lot of wild mushroom roaming around. Don't worry about it. Here's another light source mushroom spot. And the reticulated river ray exhibit. So these are the reticulated river rays. This is a really fun exhibit because you can come in and look up, and when the river rays are in the mood, they'll come up off the ground. They all look like they're happy in the sand right now, but they'll come up off the ground and swim overhead, and it is so much fun to watch them. And what we're going to do for each and every exhibit as time goes on is make sure that they have a NPC keeper, which are kind of like the NPCs that you saw training the birds, and make sure that they have an NPC educator, who will be an NPC who you can have a conversation with and ask really detailed questions about the different animals and their habitats and what they want and what their exhibits are like, and also have a book stand set up so that you can read about the animals in a custom written book, which should be really, really interesting. And hopefully we will also be able to make it... Oh, Tate got me another fish. That's so awesome. I actually like the rain today because Tate is like fishing for me from the raindrops. How cool is that? But yeah, we are also going to work on having those books around, and also the books that you can buy so that you can build up a library in our world. If you're like one of the server members, I really want to be able to let everybody who's a server member buy the books that will have just a little bit of information so they can have an encyclopedia of knowledge in like their home. It would be so cool. All right, and this is the other section you can actually watch the river rays from up here, which I think is really fun. There's several of them. All right, come on, Tate. It's the freshwater ray overlook. And then there are leeches in this river, so you want to be careful, because if we come and swim in it, leeches will actually pop out onto us sometimes. Like, sometimes it'll be other things. Am I going to get leeches? Maybe. I don't know. That goat might have eaten my leeches. Okay, I got something. I heard something, but I think that goat beat me to it. I think that goat ate whatever tried to stick to me. So that's a leech-eating goat. And the rain is over. All right. Well, let's keep moving. Yeah, there's goats. As you can see, it's not very tamed or organized here. So what our big goal for season 3, other than making the zoo come to life and going on adventures with our friends and doing all of those things, is to really put in the detail work that makes zoo crafting the iconic series that it is. Because we're going to put little gardens in and have like guests wandering around. Maybe somebody really loves papayas. Like maybe somebody is just a huge papaya fan. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Papaya just is... Oh, I bet Lily picked it up. All right, well, that's fine. But yeah, if they really, really happen to love papayas, then they could maybe enjoy like a good papaya jelly sandwich. You could bring them a papaya jelly sandwich and maybe get something special in exchange. Let's go ahead and feed Tate up. Lily girl, you're hungry too? All right, and let's keep moving. So following the paths is a good way to find a lot of the things that you're going to see in our zoo. And here is another one of my favorite areas, the peafowl gardens with Ethan, who I still need to move. Ethan, I could have sworn I moved you so many times by now. But we have two little cafes here. We have a vulture who actually has a very unique history as a vulture of prophecy here with our peafowl of prophecy. They kind of are like a dual team. I think one predicts like good things and one predicts sad things. Sorry, vulture, it's just the way things are. And they kind of play off of each other because the peafowl of prophecy was born from an egg that was floating around, kind of like that egg just was. So this is the peafowl garden, a very beautiful, beautiful, vibrant, lush, filled with all sorts of pretty plants area in our zoo that I really love, with a custom-built path using the amazing Devincing mod. This is left over. Oh, there we go. Now everything is starting to pop in. Yeah, we got some leeches and a catfish and some papaya. So things are starting to catch up now. But this is an empty chest left over from our amazing Santa secret scavenger hunt. Or Secret Santa scavenger hunt. There we go. And it was fantastic. It was totally fantastic. Our friend Alex put it together. I highly recommend watching it. And yes, so like I said, we're going through pretty quickly, but if you see an area you would really like to spend a day in, then let me know. There's lots of detail work I need to do in each of these areas too, so I would love to learn more about a spot where you guys just want to slow down for the day and really watch and pay attention to what's going on. All right, let's go ahead. Hello, Bluebell. This is Bluebell. She is one of my host daughters from a fictional exchange program that we just kind of roll with. She's a little maid from the Little Maids mod. She has a sister named Primrose who is up at the house. So my house is kind of where that snow is. Since it is winter where I live, our house is currently covered in snow just to be like seasonal and festive. But Bluebell really loves hanging out with the peafowl, so I have left her here to just kind of enjoy being in the warmer garden for a little while, but we should probably move her back home pretty soon, possibly tomorrow, Bluebell. Just be ready for that. I really, really, really need to put on like your little uniform I have for you already. Also, you may notice there's a little bit of talking. That is Amy, so that she is another one of the NPCs who runs the Peafowl Cafe, which I totally love. And if we come and talk to her, there's all sorts of unique custom-named foods to buy from her, like the Peace Lily tea, or the Bird of Paradise drink, or the Blossom Bloom tea, or the Bathing Pear, or Two-Tail Lettuce wrap. All sorts of delicious fun food themed for this area that you can come and buy from her with those wooden coins that I was mentioning earlier. So with the coinage that you can get if you do zookeeper work, get zookeeper experience and turn it in for a paycheck. It makes a lot of sense once you start seeing it go, and it is such a fun aspect of our world that I really love. But yes, so lots of work to do here. I want to add in little cafe benches, but we'll talk about that later. Tate, it looked like you had a peacock tail for just a second, and it was so cute. But all right, we're going to keep moving. Pardon me, noisy peafowl. There's tons of doors, but only like a couple of them lead to any usable paths just yet. So how do you get the coins? Oh, there's another butterfly. Oh, I need to catch that butterfly really quickly. All right, sorry. My friend Pavo is actually working on collecting butterflies. Did I catch him? I think I caught him. What? I lost my little safari net. Ah, dang it. I think I just can't catch him right now. That's okay. But my friend Pavo is actually working on collecting up butterflies right now to build a butterfly house. So I've been trying to gather up lots of butterflies for him. But we're going to continue on with the tour now. Oh, I was going to say, if you get the Zookeeper experience points, you will find dodo ATMs and banking stands set up throughout our zoo because we have a dodo named Martha II. She is a clone of the first Martha who got blown up by a creeper. Very long, sad story there. And she actually handles our accounting for us. So you'll find that we have many lab animals. We have many animals doing all sorts of work for us, as well as NPCs. It's a lot of fun. They all have unique stories, and it all makes sense if you like see those stories. So don't worry. Maybe I'll just send people to have a dodo handling my money and finances for the zoo, but not to me. But yes, this is one of Martha's children. So Martha II's children. And you can come over to the dodo ATM and banking stand, and you can exchange that Zookeeper experience that you have gathered up by helping take care of the animals and take care of the things in the zoo for coins, and then you can go and do your shopping. And you can also trade for higher denominations of coins or even emeralds if you just want to go trade with some villagers, so that you can participate in all sorts of shopping and challenges and just getting unique items and getting fun things. Eventually we plan to make like unique items out of the Devincing blocks, like art things that are then sold through an NPC, so that other members of the server can collect up rare exclusive things by going and shopping at the different shops at everybody's different areas. So it's going to be really, really fun. Oh, there's Win! Heyo, Win! We were just talking about eating at Louie's. Welcome to season 3 of Zoo Crafting. There we go. So yeah, Wynn actually has a cute little shop with her dog Louie, and he runs a little restaurant, and I want to go eat there this season. Like, I want to go to everybody's places and talk to them so much. All right, and this, if you can't tell, is the chameleon and hummingbird exhibit. Look at the chameleon change colors, you guys. Oh, that's so much fun. The chameleons will actually change colors as they roam around. So if we follow him again, he's going to change to green now, depending on what color of the source block that he's on. I love these chameleons. They're from Primitive Mods. And then these are Pavo's hummingbirds, which are absolutely beautiful. I really, really love them. And they will zip all over the place. And this is their exhibit. So this is the hummingbird exhibit. We've got hummingbird feeders. We've got misters. We've got these big giant flowers that I actually brought over from our friend Alex's swamp, because he has a garden at his swamp, swamp garden, like biome. Yay! So fun. I want to start visiting everyone's areas. Weekly, I say as often as possible this season. You will have a loyal customer. And it's always exciting when a member of the Zoocrafting cast, I should say the Zoocrafting group, the friend group, I don't know what to call us, the Zoocrafters, is on, because normally we're not always on at the same time, but we do a lot of group recordings when the occasions arise, and we do a lot of gifts. So you're going to see a lot of presents exchanges and a lot of like going to someone else's area and just seeing what they've been up to for a while. So everybody's super friendly and I love it. But yes, so like I said, if you want to see more of this area, or you want to see us do some more detail work, like leaving some new signs to really name some of the plants and maybe give them their Latin names so people can look them up, or maybe a cool fact about them, then go ahead and let me know. Be like, Seri, I want to spend a day in the hummingbird exhibit, and we can spend a future day in the hummingbird exhibit, sprucing it up, making it look even better than before. And there's a maggot in here because it is meant as food for the chameleons. But all right, so onward to the Asian river and cave exhibits, which also happen to contain some of my absolute favorite new additions. So this is the area that those of you who have been with us since season 2 will recall we were working on last time, and we were building up this gigantic exhibit. So this is eventually going to be a gigantic underwater river exhibit that, well, of course it would be underwater. It's a river exhibit. Basically a river exhibit for Asian fish. And we're going to have lots of unique things. We're going to like build little dead trees in here. We're going to put in a whole bunch of fish. We're going to do an arched ceiling that has stalactites. Yep, because they hold tight to the ceiling that are hanging down from it. It's going to be fantastic. So that's our goal with over here. And over here is the Egg Research Center, also known as the Egg Gathering Grove, the Oology Research Center. And that is for the study of eggs. So Tate's over here. We're still working on adding in a lot of the display cases. So this is another area we could spend a day working in for sure. But we're adding in display cases and little slabs so you can stand on them and you can kind of study like what's going on. And you can read like this is a peafowl egg and this is a cassowary egg, but I need to label it. So this is an area that's kind of under development. But over here for the authorized personnel only section are some of my favorite creatures in the world, Crackerjack. I love you, Crackerjack. So hiding in the flickering bush is Crackerjack, our magpie. And Crackerjack actually brings a lot of really awesome little treats to us. All of these ender pearls, iron ingots, gold nuggets, the paper, that is all brought from Crackerjack. Oh my gosh, Magma Puff, what are you doing out of your enclosure? I'm going to have to fix this. Actually, I don't think I can fix this right now. Darn it. Because it's just not working at the moment. Well, fudge knuckles. All right, Magma Puff, I will catch you. Sometimes I need... That's a Safari Net from Mine Factory Reloaded, just in case you guys were curious. Sometimes I need to give the server a little reset before they'll start working again. Just don't get into any trouble, Magma Puff. I'm a little worried about you. Magma Puff and many of the other fancy-looking chickens over here. These... Oh, Torchic! Ouch, Torchic! You set me on fire, Torchic! Why? No, Lily, don't do it! Lily, why? Why did you slay Torchic? I hadn't tamed Torchic yet. That's probably what happened. Oh, fudge to the knuckles. Torchic went for my eyes, and I forgot to tame it. So Lily ended him. Poor thing. All right. Well, that was unfortunate, but these are my blazing chickens. I'm going to have to remember to always, always, always make sure to actually like tame these guys before they all go nutter butters on me. But these are blazing chickens. And basically what they do is they lay blaze powder for us. Oh, there's another one. Yay. And the blaze powder smog is so amazing because we use this blaze powder and we can bind it. Oh, over here, Magma Puff has laid one too. All right, gonna pick this up. But we combined the blaze powder with the different eggs from the exotic birds mod, and that actually makes it so the chances of hatching these eggs successfully go from something really low, like 10%, all the way up to 50%. So that's fantastic, and that's why it is so exciting. We got these special blazing chickens. As it's probably obvious, they're not based off of a real life chicken, but we got those as our Christmas present this year, so that was really fun. They're a very, very special like item, so I was super excited to get them. I'm gonna just move this magpie egg out of the way if I can. Today it's being stubborn. Magma Puff, you just be careful, okay? And then we have a bunch of pigeons. So these are like little research sections for different types of birds that we're currently researching. Oh, and I'm gonna, let's take the dogs out of the room before I start feeding. Ah, dang it, magpie egg. Why? I'm not gonna question it. But let's take the dogs out of the room before I start feeding them their duck and sweet potato, because that'll be a little awkward. All right, there you go, Tate. And Lily should teleport to me any second now. There's Lily girl. So we're going to give her this a couple times over. And then this is a waterfall that we have connecting up. Eventually, we're going to open it down here to the underwater Asian river exhibit. It really does need a shorter name, just the river exhibit. It's the only river exhibit we really have right now. So to the river exhibit, there's little sections that we have marked as under construction, kind of marked off. That's going to be like the bat exhibits in the future. We're going to do dozens of bat exhibits to represent some of the over 1,100 species of bats that are in the world, which is really, really cool. And moving on. Like I said, this is just a quick tour of the zoo, just to show you guys kind of what we have to offer, all of these awesome things where we have stalactites, which hold tight to the ceiling, and stalagmites, which might grow large one day, just kind of acting as a natural barrier. I thought that was a nice touch. This is one of my favorite sections in the zoo, just because it's so beautiful with the changing colors of the water. And yeah, so we're going to keep moving. Another little under construction spot too. And out here we have the jungle zone. So this is officially the jungle zone of our zoo, where we're doing a lot of like the jungle exhibits, a lot of Asian exhibits, or at least that was the goal. And then I built a giant Australian bird aviary. So let's just say the goal kind of got a little bit skewed. But we have our South Chinese tiger exhibit, and we really focus in this series on trying to make sure that we look at all sorts of the health factors for the different animals that we are going to be adding in, and try to make it pretty realistic, but also kind of a little bit fun, and to show you guys some unique things about the animals, such as their enrichment items. So we have a tire swing for our beautiful Amber and her mate in here. They've got a pond with taro leaves and all sorts of duckweed that they can swim in. There's wild rice in there too. They've got the beautiful waterfall and all of the different colored stone in the back of their exhibit. They have a little heat rock right down there that they can lay on. Very, very nice. Enrichment items are definitely something we try to add in for all of the animals that it's appropriate for. And then this honker of a thing, this gigantic thing right here, is our Australian bird exhibit that spans from kind of a savanna area over into a jungle area, and actually goes across, using a glass bridge, a gigantic canyon that we rescued a bunch of wild horses out of. So that was an eventful day. I remember that day. All right, let's come over. Somehow I have a magpie egg again. I'm just not going to question it. All right, that's fine. That's fine, magpie egg. All right, that's fine. But yes, so this is the Australian bird aviary, and I absolutely love it. I really do. So we did a lot of research on the different birds that we were adding in here, especially my favorite birds, the Gouldian finch. I have Gouldian finches in real life, and Pavo added them into the mod for me, and I love them. So what you see right here are some of the details you'll find in many of our exhibits. This is actually meant to mimic a cavity nest that you would find a Gouldian finch nest in. And that is perfect because they like have little holes in the trees that they drag their little like stuff into. They make their little nest and they lay their tiny little eggs. So there's a Gouldian finch now. There's another one right over there strutting away, and there's a macaw. Oh, so fun. Oh, there he is again. Oh, you're so cute. It's Darwin the Gouldian finch. But you're going to see all sorts of details like that, really like focusing on enrichment areas, really focusing on the fact that Lily and Tate are just bobbing in the water over there. That's fine. Focusing on trying to make it really beautiful, detailed, and good for the animals in the zoo. But all right, let's keep moving because we've still got a lot to see. Like this, whoo, I'm a little afraid of heights. So every time that kind of makes me break out into a cold sweat. But like this beautiful side to the exhibit here where we have didgeridoo. I hear didgeridoo, our owl, hooting somewhere. There's all sorts of places for you like to crawl through and to hunt through when you're gathering the eggs over here to make sure you're not missing anybody. There is that didgeridoo? Yes, it's didgeridoo. So here's didgeridoo, the owl, based off of some of the owls in Australia. We're going to have and there's actually some kiwi who I just kind of put in here because I really wanted to have kiwi. But the kiwi will have their own area at some point in the future too. They're somewhere. Like the more you kind of hunt around in here, the more you find so many birds. They usually cluster in one spot and then you find them all in one certain zone. Hey guys, Scarlet, Bindi, you guys should be in here, but that's okay. Maybe they're clones. My animals tend to clone themselves a lot. I stopped asking questions after a while, after the pepper incident, and like I suddenly had a dozen elephants in my barn. Yeah, that was season 1. That was pretty amazing. All right, and we're back to the multiple magpie eggs. That's just fine, just fine. But yes, so you're going to find this level of detail in each of these different exhibits in our zoo. And we are going to be adding in NPCs, books, keepers, guests that you can talk with, that we'll visit with, so that you can learn more about all of the different animals, as well as just the stuff that I have prepared to teach you guys with real life pictures overlaid, so that we can really learn about the world that we all share and how amazing it is while we go around and do so many adventures, Lily. All right, let's keep moving. I guess I'm just going to keep this magpie egg in my hand for a second. That's fine. Oh my gosh. Now I have cloning magpie eggs. All right, but we're going to rush up here. We're going to wrap up our tour of the zoo pretty soon, but we are working on building a very sad banana grove over here. I only managed to get 2 of the trees to grow so far. So our banana trees. And then down over here is the last exhibit for this area, though we are going to build a noodle shop right over here. The Noodle Doodle Noodle Shop for our cat agent Noodles. We have a feline security team, just in case you didn't know. And I mean, you can meet them. We'll meet them soon. Don't worry. And we have a bunch of red pandas. So as you can see, when I was mentioning that we will have a lot of custom animals in our zoo, I mean it. We will have lots and lots of custom animals that you probably aren't ever going to see anywhere else here in our Minecraft zoo. And that includes the red pandas, who are currently strutting around very happily in their beautiful exhibit made pretty much out of podzol and bamboo. Very nice and simple, but that really is kind of like the areas that they tend to live in the world. And like I mentioned, there's a baby somewhere. So there's one of them. Oh yeah, there's the baby. You see the baby hiding in there? I knew it was hiding somewhere. But as I mentioned, we will have keepers, we'll have educators, we'll have books at each and every exhibit as time goes on, so that when we run up to an exhibit, if we want to learn some quick facts about the pandas, we'll be able to talk with the keeper, or we'll be able to talk with an educator and learn something really cool, so that we will remember what their basic diet is, what their social structure normally is like, where they live in the world, so that even if you're a new member and we're just popping by to look at them for the day, we can talk to them really quickly and we can reiterate or learn for the first time some of the amazing facts about these creatures. All right, so let's get moving. We gotta hoof it. Come on, Lily. She's growling at something. Yeah, there's benches. We're gonna have benches. Oh, I trip on the benches every time. We're gonna have benches. We're going to have, like, you can see these are actually paper lanterns made out of devincing. They help to light up the canopy of our zoo when it's night. This is actually like a second observation point. You can climb up there and look at our tigers from up above. There's all sorts of fun details we're adding into our zoo, and it's been an amazing ride settling into this world. This is our new world. We've been through 3 worlds now. The first world I couldn't share. It was a single player world, and I really wanted to be able to play with friends, and it had some issues, so I couldn't share it as a single player land world. So I still have my cloning magpie eggs. That's just fine. Cloning magpie eggs. I see how it is, and now they disappeared. I'm not going to ask any questions. But yes, so yeah, I had my first world. It was our single player world that I couldn't share. There's 2 doors to each one of the aviaries, by the way, so that like nobody escapes. So you can check yourself for birds. And then our second world ended up having a lot of technical issues and got deleted on us. So we moved into the third world. And the third world is where we're at now. And we are doing amazing. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It is everything I ever dreamed of and more. And it just gets better every day. And we do these every single day. Unless like something absolutely terrible has happened. I have pretty much kept up the series every single day for, like I said, 2 going on 3 years now. All right. So now we're going to go check out the temperate forest exhibits really quickly. Like I said, we did a very in-depth tour, especially looking at what all these signs say and what builds we want to work on. And that's fine. There's just a scorpion. That happens. Occasionally you just have a giant scorpion swimming in what will one day be your giant swan lake. We're not going to worry about that. We're just going to run past it. We're just going to run past it and keep moving. So this is Lily Pad Bridge, and this is actually the entrance to the temperate forest zone of our zoo. There's going to be multiple zones, including savanna, polar, all sorts of things. What the heck was that? That was some sort of bird. Huh. Well, I'm going to keep my ears peeled for that. I heard it again. Is there a new bird nearby? Lily Tate, come on, let's get away from Lily Pad Bridge. But this is the Lily Pad Bridge. I need to make sure my dogs make it safely across so they don't get stuck under the lily pads. There we go. And it actually has some more leftovers from the Secret Santa event. I'll be cleaning these up as soon as I know it's safe to do so. And this is another awesome statue that our friend Alex made for us as a gift for Lily. So this is meant to be for Lily, my very first Tate. I know. Oh, you're like, for me, Mom? No, we're going to build you your own area too. And I'll make you your own dog statue then too. Where'd your sister go? Lily, where the heck? I'm trying to like brag about how you're my first companion in the world. You're a good girl. But that is for her. So it is a wonderful gift that was given to us so that it could grace Lily's gazebo over here from our friend Alex, which was absolutely fantastic. So this is Lily's wisteria gazebo. It's eventually going to sell these beautiful lily pads. See those ones right there? We'll probably have it sell every type of lily pad, but especially the type with glowstone in it. So those are some custom lily pads I made with the devincing block. They're not as pretty as the like pixel glowstones, or the pixel lily pads, but they have glowstone in them, and you can put them on top of the water so that you can actually light up water sources like lakes or river sides. And I really love those kinds of details. If you can't tell, I'm a detail person. I mean, look at the detail that I put into these flowers. Oh my gosh, it took like 3 or 4 days to make this thing. But yes, so we're going to put in like a little cafe where you can come and maybe eat something yummy. And then also so you can like talk at the person who will sell the lily pads, and you can buy lily pads from them. So there are going to be beautiful little sections like this. And there's going to be all sorts of unique little shops, specialty shops set up everywhere. This is eventually going to be an educator's little like cabin that you can come into. And we'll have posters on the walls, like custom posters. And we'll have like educators you can talk to and books you can buy. Maybe like little gift store items. Oh, that would be so fun. So we'll have all of those set up too. Down there is the entrance to the Temperate Forest Zookeeper Station, which just kind of has a bunch of supplies that I can use to work here in the Temperate Forest zone of the zoo. This is the Red Wolf exhibit, where we do indeed... Aha! And there's one of them hiding right there. Maple, I saw you. We do indeed have some red wolves, like Redwood here. So here's Redwood. He is one of our red wolves. He is actually the father of the red wolf pups. We often will do events, special events, Redwood, special events, where you guys, oh, there's Meadow, his mate over there too, where you guys can help the animals in the zoo have a lot of babies. And you guys were amazing last time because Redwood and Meadow ended up having 6 pups. So there's actually 6 juvenile wolves, red wolves, in this exhibit with Meadow, who just ran into their den, and also in this exhibit with Redwood, who is very, very proud of his puppies. But his puppies are just about ready to go on either to other places in the server where our friends might want to have a red wolf for exhibits of their own, or into the park zone. So we're going to start designating like national parks in certain areas of our zoo. Or not in our zoo, but certain areas of the entire world as a server. And we could definitely release some of their pups to like go on and form packs of their own in a forest, and you can see them at the national park. So that's something in the future too. And with a lot of the animals that you can interact with in the different exhibits, you can earn zookeeper experience by feeding them or bringing them enrichment items or playing with them or bringing them things like vitamins, maybe some medicine. So important things like that. So that's really, really, really fun. I love it. I love that you can even take care of our animals directly and get zookeeper experience to use on other things, or just, get a paycheck. It's always important to get that paycheck. Here is the amazing white-tailed deer exhibit. that I kind of need to redo now that I have the mod in that makes everything like leafy, so fluffy. But we have a ton of beautiful white-tailed deer hiding at various parts of this exhibit. They're really awesome. We talked a lot in depth about white-tailed deer when these guys showed up. It was so much fun. Oh gosh. Like I said, if you want to see everything in slow detail where we really like go into each exhibit and check it out, episode 200 of season 2 is where you want to go. Down here we have the pretty much almost finished, but definitely needs like some attention to detail because it looks like just an empty area here. We need benches. We need keepers. We need more mushrooms for our turkeys that we rescued during Thanksgiving. And we built this exhibit for them. It was so much fun. It was definitely so much fun. I can't wait to do more things for these guys. Maybe even get some like female looking turkeys in here, which would be really fun. Maybe even some baby turkeys. That would be so much fun. Little baby turkeys. And maybe just like put some more mushrooms in here because they look like they could use more mushrooms. But yeah, we need our keepers. We need our keepers. We need our educators. We need our books so that every time we peek at a little exhibit like this, we can flip open the book and just read some random facts really quickly. So there's that. And then, let's see. Oh, the Confuciornis. We might have to save the dinosaur section of the zoo for another part of the tour or another day. But let's go ahead. We're going to come down and we're going to go around. And I think we'll wrap up our tour just peeking at these sections. And then tomorrow we can kind of peek at the house and we'll peek at the Confuciornis to see how they're doing. Because, oh my gosh, there's just so much to see and so much to do. And I mean, after 3 years or 2 years going on 3 working on this, you would expect there to be a lot. And we're just kind of glancing over some of what we have. So down here, past the delicious chestnuts that I want to gather up actually, if my chestnuts don't freak out, you can actually walk down here and this is the syrup shack. Delicious pancakes and syrup covered waffles served. So you can sit down in the little chair and you can end up getting some absolutely delicious food. We have like maple sausage. We've got some maple covered waffles. We've got some maple covered pancakes, and you can actually reach in here. And this is what I mean about details that I love so much. We lined this place with skillets and then put the pancakes and the waffles and the maple sausage up top. So it looks like they're popping off of the skillets. And that's just so fun. So that's where you can kind of get like some free samples, and we'll definitely have an NPC in the future who can go ahead and sell some of the like maple and some of the other maple related items. All right. And so let's go ahead and take a peek up here. Dun 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 dun. And oh, this is where we're gonna have like the grizzly bear exhibit. There's just gonna be so much up here. It's gonna be awesome. These tree stumps were handmade by me using the Devincing mod, and they have glowstone hiding in them, so they help light the area up. And over here we have the northern water snake exhibit. And it has the northern water snake inside of it. It's just a small exhibit for just a quick little snake, but we are going to be putting in the water moccasin in the future so that you can compare, not in the same exhibit per se, but like over here perhaps. And then we'll have real life pictures of the northern water snake and the water moccasin that you can compare side by side so you can see how they're often mixed up with each other and just hopefully gain a little bit more snake knowledge that way. Very important because the northern water snake is completely harmless and the water moccasin is very venomous. And finally, the temperate forest bird aviary. And we aren't even done building this area. Like, we still have raccoons, we still have grizzly bears. We have so much more to add into like this section of the zoo. We barely scratched the surface. Timber wolves. There's going to be a lot, you guys, and that's actually our motto. There's so much to do in the zoo. All right, so temperate forest bird aviary with the chestnut that just doesn't want to give up. That's fine, chestnut. And here are the woodpeckers. So here is a glimpse at the pileated woodpecker. You can see some finches that are flying around. There's little mice that are like crawling all over the place. There's more finches and there's more woodpeckers. Just the woodpeckers tend to find like a specific area that they really like and then stay in that area and never move. Like there's another one right up here. And he's like, no, my beak is forever put into this one little spot up there. But yeah, there's some greenback woodpeckers in here as well, hiding up in the leaves somewhere. And there's a lot more little finches too that we've collected from Twilight Forest. So you kind of have to wait. Like there's one in the distance back there. I really love our aviaries because you often have to just sit and wait and then the birds will fly past you. And that's just so much fun. It's so awesome. All right. And as you can see, little details again, light up mushrooms. We could even like come and get, if my chestnut burrs weren't acting up. That normally doesn't happen. Don't worry about that. It's just being a weird day. But yeah, like you can collect from the different berry plants that are in, like there's another berry bush right over there that are in each and every one of the exhibits. We really try to make our exhibits living so that when you go in as the zookeeper, there might be plants you have to prune back. There might be animals to take care of. It's a lot of fun that way. You can see how the woodpeckers are chiseling away with, well, we use that with the divincing mod, but still, like they're chiseling away in quotes at the log right here to get at the little bugs that might be hiding inside. There's another woodpecker. Oh, he's so cool. Ah, there we go. And I'm stuck with this chestnut burr again, but that's okay. But yeah, so basically, you guys, that is what we have done on the zoo so far. We still have the dinosaur section to show you guys. Right now, we only have the Confuciornis birds over in the dinosaur zone of our zoo. But we are going to be doing that dinosaur side series where we are going to be researching, breeding, raising, and sending dinosaurs over to the main zoo. So we actually have side series, because there's so much to do in this world, that are going to be branching off and running alongside. Hi, guys. You guys ready for some more duck? All right, there you go. There you go. But yeah, side series that are going to be running alongside what we do in the zoo crafting series. Whew. All right. Well, oh my gosh, that was a busy day as usual. It always is so much fun to do a tour though, and I feel so pumped and ready. So we have so much to do in the zoo. We are going to be adding in some of those amazing animals. There are dozens and dozens more animals to even start adding in with what we have. We are going to be working on getting more mods. We are going to be working on more custom animals, more everything, so that we can share some more awesome facts about the real world, be it prehistoric, be it imaginary at times, whatever we need to run into, more biology facts. We're going to be sharing that with you guys. We're going to be spending time with our friends. We are going to be building up things with the community by adding in the NPCs and interns and trees once again. There is so much to do in the zoo, and it is a daily series. For those of you guys who might be wondering, zoo crafting is a daily series. Some days are super full of adventure and zombies and drama and exploding catacombs that we explore and breeding puppies. We have so many like puppies and foals and horses and all sorts of awesome things that end up being born. And some days are a little more quiet and we just end up doing some plant gathering, or we end up doing some building that's just nice and laid back. And that's because we're with each other every single day, and it's amazing. So I hope to share more of our daily adventures with you guys, and I will actually see you tomorrow for, believe it or not, another super long episode, because every Saturday we do an hour-long special. So in case you didn't think you could get enough zoo crafting, there you go. Not only is it daily, but every Saturday we do an hour-long zoo special. And I'm really looking forward to it because it's going to be amazing. So I'm really happy to share all of these adventures with you guys, and I'm so excited for those of you who have been around since the first day. We're doing it again, you guys. We're going on to season 3, and I can't wait to see what adventures are going to show up. It's going to be fantastic. So let me know your hopes and dreams for season 3. Let me know what you think. If there's a specific exhibit that you would love to revisit, especially if you're new and you've never seen it before, we can go back. We have so much work to do in the old exhibits, adding in all of those NPCs, adding in all of the books, adding in facts and all sorts of details. It's going to be awesome. And we have a lot of new exhibits to work on, and I want to be visiting with our friends, and we need to go get more dog food because I'm almost out of dog food, so we have to go shopping soon too. Basically, there's so much to do in the zoo, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.